Hey everyone, another day, another adventure.
Today we're going to share our trip to Chichen-Itza.
We also went to a Mayan village and we went to Valladolid, one of the pueblos mágicos in Mexico. So don't forget, we are all destined to explore.
This is another stone for massage. When you go to the spa and you pay for hot stone massage, normally you find river stone. In all this area, when you pay for hot stone massage, you find obsidian. Should be obsidian. This crystal absorbs energy, bad vibration. He is one of the shamans doing the ceremonies in all this area. He's the person in charge of rituals and ceremonies in this community. He speaks Maya, a little bit of Spanish. I'm gonna give you the welcome. What we're gonna do now, you want to participate, you want to do what we're gonna do, your hands in this position.
Malokin.
Tell him Malokin.
Yung buat ikatala sa simbate sinayan na isang. Por dati hay que sukebut. Pakai regalo kini atas. Pakai simbate kini atas. Ya se sisi cuma yes. Santoha. Vaya la carga
He says, welcome to my house. I'm so glad to be here with you. I am a knowledgeable man, I am a shaman. And I'm gonna share to you water from the cenote. Yeah? The water comes from a sacred cenote. And the cenote where this water comes from is exclusive for shamans, for knowledgeable people. And I'm gonna give to you the water because the water for us represents a life. And after this situation, the pandemic, we want to share with you life. Is what he says. Okay? Then, once you have the water on your hands, you have the water on your head, on your heart, and on your knees.
This is the Mayan Village. These are the homes.
The other buses going down to Chichen-Itza, they got tourists on board. We are travelers, and good travelers, and we're gonna have a cultural excursion. And we're gonna have several activities today. Bring what you really need for walking. Unnecessary belongings, leave it on the bus. Keep drinking water, hydrated. It's muggy, hot, and humid.
So we are in Chichen-Itza now, and this is one of the 7 wonders of the world, the third in the Americas.
that surrounded the main part of the city. Mayans leveled 2 square kilometers that were surrounded by that wall to build their temples. The main temple is in the middle and all the other temples are around the middle. Let's see the main building. Vamos a ver el templo principal. Era representado por una serpiente con plumas. There in front we have the main temple, which is the temple of Kukulkan. The main god of this city had that name and was represented by a snake with feathers. Kukulkan, or the feathered serpent god. En la escalera principal del templo se dibuja una enorme serpiente de luz. Cada 21 de marzo, 21 y 22 de septiembre. Se mira la escalera y en el muro de la escalera se dibujan 7 triángulos de luz y la cabeza de la serpiente en la base se ilumina, mostrando un enorme calendario solar que con el sol nos muestra los días más importantes. Cuando los arqueólogos comenzaron la restauración, encontraron dentro del templo otra pirámide. Hay un templo interno. Entre el templo interno y el templo externo no hay espacio. El maya utiliza el templo interno como una base para construir el templo externo. Esto se encontró entre 1920 y 1930. Recientemente Los arqueólogos hacen un mapa del interior con electricidad y encuentran dentro de la segunda pirámide una tercera pirámide. Entre la primera, segunda y tercera no hay espacio, es pura tierra. If I clap here, we have the echo of the clap. But if we clap in front of the church, we get the bird sound. Right here, here's where we get the bird sound.
Oh,
Estamos enfrente de la escalera. Por eso se le llama a esa parte Templo de Guerreros. En un principio se pensó que era un mercado. Muchos exploradores imaginaban que entre cada línea de columnas habían comerciantes con un producto diferente. Después de la restauración, los arqueólogos encontraron algo completamente diferente. No era un mercado, era un templo de sacrificios. ¿Alcanza a ver la pequeña plataforma que está detrás de las columnas? Esa pequeña plataforma era el altar de ofrendas. Justo encima, habían pequeñas piedras de esta altura, cuadradas. Esas piedras servían para recostar al que iba a ser ofrendado. Le sostenían los brazos, le sostenían las piernas y por el costado abrían para por debajo de las costillas arrancar la ofrenda. Pues la ofrenda terminaba allá arriba entre esas dos columnas. Se incineraba, se quemaba para mostrar que la vida del sacrificado al final se iba hacia los dioses, principalmente hacia el sol. Entonces el templo de 1000 columnas realmente era un lugar dedicado al sacrificio. How the main god of the city was represented. Please walk some steps closer. You can see right over there in the middle a human face, which is in the inside of a snake mouth. You can see that long and forked tongue and the feathers around, like if he had a mask and a headdress. Can you see? Now on the right hand side we have a star. The last star at the morning, the first star in the afternoon. That today we know is not a star, but a planet like a star. That's Venus. But for the Mayans, more than a star, more than a planet, that was the fetish serpent god, Kukulkan or Quetzalcoatl. The god was the star. Okay? A platform for dances. Behind this platform there is a cenote where the archaeologists found lots of offerings in between ceramics, volcanic stones, and even bones. 120 skeletons were found in the inside of that well, of that cenote. En esta plataforma tenemos grabado donde se mira jaguar y águila devorando corazones, que nos muestran quizá que la ofrenda de sacrificio era para alimentar a los dioses, al sol y a la luna. Un sol representado por el águila, el jaguar mostrando como un animal nocturno, la noche, la oscuridad, la luna. Por encima hay danzantes, porque era una plataforma de danza ritual que nos muestra una enorme influencia de las culturas del centro del país. Luego tenemos el muro de los cráneos, donde se colocaban las cabezas de los que eran decapitados. Una sobre otra.
this is the ball court. You can see the hoops up, way up there. He says normally they were 3 meters high. So this is where they played the ball game, Octapok. And it is believed the captain stood on that platform while the other 6 players for each team were here on the field. And the goal was to get the ball through those hoops up there. It is believed that the king stood there, and it has very good echo so that he could be heard when he spoke. It's believed that the spectators stood up there watching. And it is also believed that, which I think is like, wow, the winner of the game was at the end sacrificed, because it was an honor for them to be sacrificed for their gods. So after our trip to Chichen-Itza, we are now going to Well, first we visited a Mayan village, then we went to Chichen-Itza. Now we are here at an open cenote. This is Selva Maya Hacienda. So this is the cenote Pa Amal. It's an open cenote. To get down, if you're not going to get in, you can just come and see.
Ya estamos llegando al centro histórico. We're almost at the historical area. Open your window so you can see.
So we are now in the town of Valladolid. The good thing about coming on a tour is that you get to see several things. The bad thing is you're timed. So the first thing we came to see in Valladolid with our 30 minutes is the church. And this church is made from stones from the pyramids. Kind of ironic because, as we know, the Mayans didn't believe in the same God. So this is the town center part of Valladolid. It has all kinds of goods. And you'll find marquesitas, which are like crepes, but they're rolled up like a ice cream cone. You'll find corn with cheese and mayo and chile. You'll find chips. Kimberly, go with your twin.
I didn't know which one.
Cutest thing ever. Right there, cutest thing ever. Cutest thing ever.
So what did you like about Chichen-Itza?
My favorite part of the whole tour was actually Chichen-Itza. And my favorite part during the tour, because we had a guide, so he took us around and gave us like the history and talked about each of the pyramids and their purpose and everything, and told us stories about it. So my favorite part was when he told us that if you stand in a certain place and you clap, you can hear it like a bird call. So yeah, that was my favorite part. And also La Cancha, what is it called? The court where they used to play. It resembled a sound that the ball makes when it hits the walls, but I can't remember the exact name of it. So what did you think, Kim?
I really like the history, just being there. You could just visualize everything. It makes you feel like you're there in that era.
So what did you think, Katie?
I really enjoyed everything about it. I learned so much about being there and learning the culture and just being there. It just felt really nice.
And what about the other places we visited? You said you liked.
Oh yes, the Mayan reserve. It was just really nice. You could really feel the spiritual vibes there. I really liked the whole setup. And then it rained a lot for like a few moments, and then it was like sunny again.
I also liked when we stopped at that town, one of the pueblos mágicos in Mexico, Valladolid.
Oh yes.
I really liked the it was kind of like a Victorian style, right?
Yes, and the park there was very beautiful. It was like a nice setting. They had like this fountain there, and then like benches around it.
Oh, and the marquesitas.
Oh yes, her favorite.
Yeah.
The tortas de pavo.
Yeah.
Oh, those were good. What did you like? Or what did you think?
I think, well, I liked how they preserved the structures. I mean, it's amazing that they've been there years and years, and it's still actually, standing up. So it's pretty cool.
Did you like more than that? Did you like that more than the shopping?
Oh, the shopping too. You can do
We
deals.
couldn't find him.
You couldn't say no.
We couldn't find him. All of a sudden, he disappeared because. Oh, you know what? At first, it was funny because we would hear the roar of a jaguar, and we were like.
Oh yeah.
The whole time thinking like it was a real one.
And then
And it was
also
a toy.
the birds, and they were toys.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's cool.
But we couldn't find him because he disappeared on us the minute he heard the price that everything is at that place.
Yeah.
He came out without his glasses.
Yeah, I ran out of money, and then the guy goes, "Well, I'll trade you for your glasses." I go, "Okay, sure." So,
Yeah,
So
so if
he
you have
was
something
like
really
glasses.
nice on that they like, there you can trade.
What do you rate it from 1 to 10? I mean, you can rate the whole trip or just Chichen-Itza?
Tour?
I feel like the whole trip a 10 out of 10.
Same. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10.
It was a lot of hours though, but it was fun. It was
Yeah.
the whole
It's
day.
pretty far
It's
to get
pretty
there.
far, yeah.
It's pretty far to get there.
Very informational, like telling you about the whole culture and being there, and then learning some of the language too. Cause like on the bus on the way back, like they were teaching us some Mayan.
Yeah,
I mean, it was hard, but
so yeah, it was very nice. I also would give it a 9 out of 10, only because of that. Well, he paid with his card
Oh.
at that one place, and they had double charged him, but then they gave him his money back, like right away. So yeah, it was really good of them to do that. So how would you make it better? I mean, you guys, we mostly gave it a
take
10.
pesos. Don't just use your card. Take your pesos.
Yeah.
Definitely change your money into pesos. Also, wear comfortable clothes.
Yes, and expect different weather. Like how I said, it rained and then it stopped and then it rained again. So
And that was overall throughout the whole trip, right?
It was
very
random, different weather.
I think it's better going to tour though, because you don't get cell service. I didn't get cell service on and off. And
Oh, yeah.
if you're going by yourself in a car, I don't know if you get lost or what, but
Yeah.
I recommend that on a tour.
The only reason I would recommend not going on a tour is because I felt that we were pretty rushed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
But
on
they-
a time.
So that's why I also
Unless-
would
yeah.
give it a 9 instead of a 10, because I mean, but I get it. You have to go to these 3 places and you
Yeah.
have to get everybody on the bus and everything. But the only reason I would want to rent a car is because we can spend as much time as we want in Chichen-Itza, and then if you want to stay longer and don't want to drive at night, then you could stay over at like Valladolid and rent a little hotel and stay there, and then wake up, have breakfast obviously, and then drive back to your resort. If you speak another language, I think they have guides that are multilingual, so yeah, but it was really good to get a guide, because I mean, you could go around and see everything on your own, but you wouldn't be getting the history, the background.
Yeah, and they tell you everything.
Like when they told us about that the snake, remember that at a certain time, a certain amount of days in the year, the pyramid on the top has like a little hole and it forms the snake on the steps. I think that's pretty much what we recommend. And since the weather is so unpredictable, you can take your own umbrella or you can rent one there, and
For
it's not very
$5.
expensive to rent one. But yeah, that was Chichen-Itza. Thanks for watching us, and remember, we are all destined
Destined
to
to explore.
explore.